Generic greetings and welcome back once again to Transport Fever 2. In the previous episode we were fussing over the freight line running between the Congleton West Dockyard and then terminating at the Congleton Steel Mill, which if we zoom in actually looks quite rusty, but actually quite nice and industrial. Very, very nice. Obviously it went via the machines factory too, but the main problem was that after adding this double track in, the trains were going head to head and they wouldn't pass each other, so we had to add and change and chop, and still a bit to do, which I'll be touching in but a moment, but basically we got them sorted. The main cause for concern was my lack of experience and knowledge when it comes to the configurations of the track. So you have to add the platform on the other side and then set up the lines so that when you have, for example, the steel plank here, change it to the other side for the load and unload, and that's all it was. Now there's other ways we could have gone about this. We can certainly do better on the routing department. So for example, from here we can go across and then we get this crosshatch type thing. It's called a double slip switch. That's a better thing to do, and that's what I'm going to retrofit along the line here. And also we could have rightly used, as people pointed out, these signals, which is something I haven't really touched on, but you have the path signal and you can set it to one way. But basically this is a fine solution for our needs, so that is alright. Let me just cross that there and job done. So there we go. So it was mainly just because, as I said, I hadn't done that, but I mean the fun is, you know, finding out and figuring it out and seeing what the result is. Not obviously results of things like medical tests or that tribunal, but either way we managed to get there. So let's just put all these crosses in just so they can switch over if need be. Not that they ever will, because we've got them specifically set to go on certain parts of the line, so that's fine. Towards the back end of the episode we had a problem when it came to the condition of a lot of things on the map, so we're going to go ahead and have a look at that, replace any vehicles that need replacing, and then we are going to alter this because we added another 10 trucks in here, but quite frankly it's just not good enough. I think it's best if we just put a rail line in. It's quite close. We've already got this in here. It means we can just add some more onto this side and then route from this and this area, the Lower Elland coal mine and the Elland North ore mine, and bring the stuff down onto a singular track on this side, and that's what we'll be doing in this episode. So let's go over to the vehicle manager here, not the line manager, and we'll check out every single one of these and check on the condition. Now a lot of these we won't need to check, so like the CT to EL train here we recently replaced, so we know it's a good condition. Anything above fair we'll probably just leave. The buses, I expect them to be perfectly fine because we changed them to these what would you call it, I'm not too sure what it is. It's like it's a laundry and it's a steam car, and they're the condition good. So all the buses we replaced at the same time. Not going to look at those. The CT machines and steel plank trains we did recently place in. The coal and ore, that's a different story actually, because we added some more. There we go. That's very bad, but if I check another one it'll probably say very good because some of them are new. So since we're replacing those anyway with a train, we're not going to alter those. The ES to CT boat I expect is going to be in very poor condition, and it is in very bad condition. Let's have a quick look at that, and I wonder if there's any actual marks on it. Yeah, you can see it's receiving some wear and tear. So it says riggy on the side. It certainly needs a bit of a coat of paint there, so we do need to replace those, so we'll do just that. So we're going to go over back to this here and we'll select both of those because both of them will be in the same condition. I'll just double check just to make sure. That's in bad condition and that's in very bad, so we might as well replace them both. So we'll say replace, and we've got several options. Now I'm ruling out the first, I guess, top half almost, because these ones stop in like 1930, 1910, that sort of thing, and we're currently in 1902, so we'll not bother with the Riggy, we'll not bother with the Wilhelm the First. The Castle is not too bad, it's terminates 1940, but we've also got, what's these ones here? The Vandal, that is, looks to be a first diesel powered and a diesel electric ship. It is crude oil, and fuel. We've got the Zoroaster as well, which is an oil tanker. So these two we're rolling out. So basically, it's between the Frontenac and the Frontenac and the Klondike, and the Klondike is quite a decent vessel and was phased out apparently in 1960 build date. However, although it's quite fast at 30 kilometers an hour with a lot more power and a lot more capacity, it's a lot more expensive. It costs a lot more, and the running cost is really high as well. And quite frankly, if we have 2 of these, we don't need that capacity 110. We're currently running these, which is 70. So even if we upgrade to the Frontiac, we're increasing the speed. The running cost is increased as well, which is slightly problematic. So yeah, I guess it's between the Frontiac or the Klondike. Actually, no, I think we're going to rule the Klondike out because it's too expensive. My concern is that, even though we're replacing these, and my concern is that that's going to crash into one another. Nope, they have phasing technology. We are fine. This ship has got 47 of 70 crew. So there's no point in getting the bigger ship at this stage because the cities, well, towns, I guess, are not big enough. They haven't got enough residents and enough transport between the two to warrant a bigger boat. They're only on 45, so quite frankly, I'm probably just going to replace them with the same thing. So we'll select both those, replace, and it's going to cost... it's actually not going to cost much. We need to actually select both, that's why. Let me select both, replace, and with the riggy, and it's going to cost a little bit of money, but essentially it's going to... it says replace, but it's basically going to like renew it, and did they both just disappear? I think they both did. Where did they go? I'm sorry, I thought I replaced it. Okay then, I'm guessing buying some more vehicles. Buy vehicles, the riggy. We'll assign that to... Did I just say... replace, or... Something happened. Assign the boat. Right. The problem now is that I'm going to have to speed up to max speed and let this come out. And it's going to have to go to the location. I'm going to have to wait till I get further along and then buy the other one, because if we buy them both together, they're both going to leave this together and they're not going to have that crossing with what we wanted. And there we go. That's having to do some maneuvers there in order to get to the location. So that is now there, and we'll wait for it to go over there. Let's just go over to this manager then, and we'll go back up to, we'll close that, to the buses. The food, now the food I guarantee are going to be fairly bad. Yeah, all the food's fairly bad, so we're going to go for those. It says 20 vehicles, we'll replace those, replace it with the standard wagons, and it will replace for... a bit of money. There we go. But we have replaced them. The food too is going to be the exact same thing, and we'll say replace to be one of those, and replace, and there we are. The machines I probably don't need to do. It's in bad condition, so we will replace those. So no, hang on, close that, select them all, replace. And to those, it's all standard cargo. The wood, I'm guessing, those will probably be... they're actually in good condition, so good, and then yeah, they'll be fine. And then the buses, and then the wood tools, these will be probably okay. Very bad condition. I wouldn't have expected that, actually, but there you go. I'm doing all of this, and I can pretty much guarantee that it's going to be... Where's that ship? That ship's heading that way. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to guess that yeah, we're probably gonna get some new vehicles just after I've done all that, but that should be the majority of them upgraded and not have all that pollution, especially when they're going near and through the town. Right, so that is all sorted. I think that is about right. There are 42 passengers on there, and the other one is almost at its destination, so the timing is about right. It's a little bit off, but we're not going to lose any sleep over it. Right, over here. So this is where we need to alter not only this branch here, the Congleton branch, and change things up here. We also need to add some train stations in this location and this location. So let's crack on with that. First things first, we're going to go to the street tool here, and we're going to build a cross like so. The reason for that is it just gives us the opportunity to connect the train terminus at the back and then go straight down. So we're just planning a little bit ahead there, which is very uncharacteristic of me, I know, but still, let's go there, and that should be quite nice. Yeah, that's about right. That's done. And now we have to do the altercations on this Congleton branch. So we're going to configure that, and we need to add a cargo platform all the way along like so. And oh, that's not the right place for it. Delete that there. And then going across to that end, and that should do us quite nicely. We then need to go to tracks and place a track on this side. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And that should do. Now, the problem, as you can see, is that they've got a termination there. And that means that I can't get... That means I can't get the rail onto that side unless we do that. And it did work. That is fine. But look at that. That's going to be a tunnel almost. So that's going to cause us some issues. What I'm going to do is go to cargo buildings. And I'm going to see what that is. It's that one, is it? Right. So I'm going to see if we can... we can't connect it to that side. But we can do that side. I guess I was going to move it to one of the sides, but it looks like it's not going to happen. Unless the platform... Put a platform there, for example. That's just adding more complication, though, I think. So we'll probably leave it. Okay, that should be fine. Right, so that's now in. We then need to connect up to that, a line from here and a line from the top. The one from the left-hand side will probably be a little bit easier. I'm very concerned, however, because of this gradient, and that's probably going to change this road, and it's going to be all kinds of messy. But we will do what we can. And let's go over to the buildings here. We do want a cargo station terminus, 160 meters long with one track. I don't think anything else is really necessary, so we will rotate that round. And obviously we are going to be placing it so that the back is touching there. I mean, we could go that side, yes, but I like it. I think something like that would be better. And there we are. So that is now in. As you can see, though, quite a height, because this is quite a hilly map. Anyway, that is now in, so that's fine. We'll just run the line, which I'm guessing is going to be quite hilly. Yeah, we've got viaducts already. Bridging or land like that. Guess that is the way forward. And oh, that's like a gentle gradient. Wow. Okay, I guess we'll go with the recommended gradient. So from that location along there, I have a feeling that I'll be redoing a lot of this. Although that does go in quite nicely. Surprisingly easy, actually, that one. Okay, that is in. That is now in. Right. So, I think it's best next then to put in the line here, bring it down, and then delete, redo. Everything's working perfectly fine, no problems whatsoever. If you believe that. Yeah, I don't think that's going to case at all, but let's see what we can do. So we'll rotate this round. We'll put that in, probably, we'll have to hold shift and just nudge it just a little bit there, and click, and that is now in. And then we'll start running the line. Obviously, this is quite a lot flatter. In fact, it doesn't look to have really altered the terrain in any meaningful way, which is quite good. So from here, we'll come down. There will be a gentle downhill. I think what we'll do is just... Oh, that's a level grade. It'll start going downhill now. Yes, it has. And we'll just put it to there. And then it needs to connect up to that. Now, that is obviously problematic because we've got the bridging as well as the... as well as this thing here. So that's basically where we're going to have to start deleting something. So I'm going to say from there, come down to say... because we want to go straight in. Probably something like that. Okay, and now what we'll do is we'll really fling a spanner in the works. Now that we've got all of this working from the steel mill, we're going to pretty much break it. So we're going to go over to the vehicle manager. We're going to go to the EL call, which is this one here. Select all the vehicles, sell them, yes. And we will go for ELR and sell them, yes. We will go to the line manager. I guess technically the call and the ore we will be having, but it'll be actually via the train, but it is a different route. And then we'll delete not only that, but also that as well. So there we go. So that is now the vehicle depot and the truck stop gone. And now it's just a case of connecting this up to there, which we can't because we need a bridge, which is something I expected. So we'll delete this section of the road here like that, and then we'll bring this line in. So I'll actually probably bring the line out. It's probably a bit easier to do, although it's not playing the game we want it to play. Why is it not connecting up? Too much slope. Okay, so what I'll do is delete sections of the track like so. Good job, we earned a decent bit of money in the last episode, and that is as good as we're going to get it. While we're here, we're going to go to these points here, and we'll place one in there, and we'll place one in there. So it means that the trains coming down from here are not going to wait at that station and then only move when this is free. Instead, they'll come along and they'll stop there. When this is free, they'll go in and back and forward. So that hopefully will work. If it doesn't, then we'll have a play about. What we need to do now is go over to this bit here, and we're going to try, and I do stress try, and connect this road up. And we can put a bridge in, so that is perfectly acceptable. What I'll do, if we're building this fresh, we'll make it go straight across like so, because otherwise it'll look a little bit dodgy. I'd prefer to have it so that the line is pretty much straight, and that is about right. Although what I'll do is I'll go up to there, say yes, that is correct, and then go to there, level grade, and then just sort of connect that up, and then there we are. We don't actually need a road line in here. It's just I want at least something in there to work. Right, so that should be about it. So what I'll do now is go and add from here buildings. Actually, no, is it buildings? Yes, it is. It's the train depot, and we will rotate this round like so and place it about there. Should be fine. We technically don't need one on both, but I think I will place one probably there, and let's see if that will even fit in. It will. Sadly, it does go the wrong way. It goes to there first, but I'm not too concerned about that. And then from here, it can go to there, and then this one, it can go... Oh, that's not working out right at all. To there, and that should be in fine. Right, so we go to line manager, new line. It's going to go from there to there, and we'll change that over to the copper color, and that is the sorry, E. Is it ES? No, E, it is EL. Hang on. Elland, yeah, EL. Thought so. So ELR, we have that in now. And new line. There to there. Change that to that colour, and that is EL coal. So those are now in. So we just need, I guess, to buy the locomotive and build the train. So buy the vehicle. We've got the A3-5, which is a fast train with a very good pulling power. It also has a hideous running cost of over $500,000 a year. First really fast steam locomotive of the Jura Simplon and the Gothard Railway for passenger traffic. It's got a lot more power and the tractive effort is higher, but it's also double the weight. I think we'll stick with the PLMs for now, and the PLMs have under half the running cost per year. So PLM, and we need to add the carriages, which, to be fair, we also need to alter the carriages on the other one as well. I haven't forgot about that too. So there's the gondola, which can carry 8, so maximum capacity of that's 72 mediocre. That's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That should do us quite nicely. 4 million for that, so we will buy it. We'll assign that to the line, which will be the ore. Yes, and that's now bought. I'm going to do the exact same thing here. Buy vehicles. We want one of those. And gondola. No. Yes, gondola. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Build. Assign to coal. And that should hopefully massively increase the output of this steel mill. And quite frankly, it may even save us some money. Yes, these things are more expensive, but they also can carry a lot more. There you go there. And it means that the output for this mine will probably increase. Let's have a nice look at our new vehicle. You've seen this previously. Nice loco there. I do like that you have the people on it as well. That's pretty good. I wonder if you can see the dials in there. Come on. No. But apparently, well, yeah, they seem to really like the job. I would too, to be fair. Right, let's go and check the back. You can see there's all the iron ore on the back there. Nice. Oh, and there's the other train going past. But that is showing you that has now worked. Them lights there, the signals, because this one was bought there. It can't turn around, so it went right to the end and then came back. But while it was in here, this one was still coming along the line, so that works perfectly well. And it's going under the bridge, and there we are. It's going to drop that off. It's going to stop, and I'm going to come back. I could check it, and we will check it, but it's going to be correct. If we check the EL call, it's Elland Exchange 1, but it's at line number 4, of all things. The red, I'm guessing it means it can't go there. So where's the third? First, second, there's a third, there's a third apparently around here. Line. Or does it mean... Ah, no, because it's this, right, you don't set it to the line, you set it to the side of the depot. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, if that makes sense. New vehicle label, the Post Bus ET13. Oh, let's have a quick look at that then. So we're going to go over to our vehicle manager, over to the CT bus, and we'll say click all them, replace, and we can see that we are currently running the Landwehr, and it's a 6 capacity diesel engine. Actually, I thought it was steam, but we do have the Post Bus, which is basically better. It has a bit higher capacity. It is newer. The ET13 was widely used engine-powered bus built in Austria, and it's a little bit faster and has twice the power. Do we need to replace all of them? Honestly, for the cost of them, I think we're probably going to do that. What's the emissions, though? Emissions are a little bit higher, but the loading speed is better. You know what? I'm not going to bother just yet. With these being in mediocre condition, I'll wait until they're a little bit worse for wear, then I'll alter it. There you go. You can see that now coming in, dropping all that off. That means that hopefully this has got a higher output now. Anyway, speaking of these things here, you can see that we have this train 2 here, and we do need to replace this. Or rather, we need to change the stuff on the back, because I believe we got better stuff there. So we're going to go to Manage Vehicle. You can see, we'll click on that. Hang on, no, Manage Vehicle. Replace selected vehicle with... do we want to replace it? Not really, actually. Where's that going to go? Is it going to go all the way down there? I will send it back to the depot, and I'm going to go to max speed, and... Has it just automatically sent it there? It has. So this one, we will replace all vehicles. We don't want to replace all vehicles. I want to alter it. No, it is on its way. There it is. It's coming along now. And it's in. Yeah, and we'll pause it while we do this. So, we got options for altering it, edit the vehicles. So at the moment, we just have these... What are they? The flat car with side stakes, which carry the resource that we need, but this one is just, these ones are just better. So we currently got a 48 capacity, so let's get rid of all these. And we'll add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's a 48. Let's go to 64, and I'm just making sure that it still keeps the 450 kilowatt, which is classed as good. And that should be it. Modify for 2 million. How much are these each? Oh, yeah, they're actually quite a bit. And we'll modify that. We will once again assign that. No, don't select a vehicle. Assign that to... Which line was that? I believe it was CT steel planks. In fact, I know it's CT steel planks because this one coming along here is the one with the machine parts. So that is the box cars, but we can also replace that. So I'm going to wait until it's picked up the machines. I'm going to then... wait until it turns around and comes back, which it will. So that's fine. Let's have a new look at that one. That's pretty good. Looks nice. And that's going to wait there a little bit because it's waiting for more machines. Obviously, a lot of this is currently in flux because of how things are. Looks like we're not... Are we not getting enough ore? Production is ramped right down. Right. And we've got loads more there. 112. Right, okay. I think we had loads more. I think we pretty much maxed this train out. I don't think I've put enough on there. Anyway, how is this working? That is waiting for resources. I think it would be best for us to set that to planks and machines. No. Town is divided into 3 land users. There shows the 3 users areas. Ah, yes, it does. Right, so that's now moving, that train, so that's good. I'm going to wait until it's dropped off here, and then I'm going to alter it. And I think just max it out, really. Look at all the machines waiting, though. 48. It's not actually that much. Manage vehicle. Center depot. And this is where it won't be able to move because it needs to cross there, but it can only cross once this train's in. At least that's as my understanding goes. That's exactly what's happened. Right, good. At least the logic is there. From this point, what I'm going to do is that. So when we have them coming out of here, they can always switch over to the other line, which they will need to do. So that's now in. We will pause it while we alter this. So we're going to do that. We will go to edit the vehicle, and these are the standard box cars, which have a 4 capacity, but we now have the bigger box cars, which is 8 capacity. So I'm just going to get rid of all of these. And one bigger box car. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is that it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It goes to mediocre, but quite frankly, no, I don't think any more. I think maxing that out would probably be bad. 64 capacity. This is carrying the machines. We probably don't need much more than 50 odd. But again, it's all going to depend on how much we carry. I'll stick with that for now. I can always put it back in the CT machines. I can always put it back into the yard and redo it. So, this train then, going quite slow. Well, not actually pretty. 39 kilometers an hour. Manage that. Alter it. Oh, clone. Sorry. Edit selected vehicle. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14. 112 capacity. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. There's so much coal waiting. How much coal's waiting? 276. Oh! It just fits on the end. That's fine. Right, we're going to do the same over here as well. Manage. I mean, the advantage is this is going to go downhill. Splendid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And not enough money. Yeah, I was going to say that's going to cost 2 and a bit million. So we'll see what happens. I'm guessing that the... How much coal is stored? It's strange that there's so much coal being used. It's been like there's an excess of coal and I don't know why. Let's see if these signals work. Yes, they do. It stops there. Perfectly fine. Turns around. That's going to go off. Job done. I like it when it works and plans come together. Excellent. So what's this waiting for? This is waiting for machines, but what is it actually waiting for? It's got wood, but it's not got any steel. However, we've got loads of planks there. So I think, yeah, we just need to make these trains bigger. I mean, look at the amount of steel that's on the back of that. That's almost maxed. So I guess actually that is about right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But that doesn't take into account what we've just done around here, because we've just added loads more. So maybe we'll have to alter that as well. That's going to drop that off. That's going to start producing. There you go. Production is ramping up, which is good. I'm guessing that these will also... Oh, no. These are not production. They won't ramp up. Whereas this one can level up because it's producing things rather than just supplying. I think it is worth keeping the train there waiting. Let's have a quick look at our readout money-wise. Very good. ELR making a lot of money. Coal not so much, strangely. And the CT machines is waiting, so that I expect fluctuations there. This one here, the CT to EL train, actually very well. It's good, but would expect to do more. And wow, the CT planks and machines have just surpassed their 1 million. Oh, sorry, 1 million? Yes, that's 1.9 million, so they must have just delivered. Wow, that's excellent. Let's go over to here then, and we will modify that. We will alter this and just basically add it to the end there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Done. And that means now we have a lot more storage, which means hopefully we'll have a lot more steel. In fact, we can see that there is a lot of steel waiting there. But at the moment, not enough to max this train out. But remember, this train goes between here and the end, so I think that certainly needs to be altered too. Manage that train, we're going to modify that, and quite frankly we're just going to add it to the end there, and job done. So that's, I've got 14 carriages on it, so it'll be slower, but because there's already here 151 waiting, I think that would be worth it. Right, excellent, quite happy with that. A little bit more alterations I think may be necessary, and tweaking and changing, load balancing and such. And look at that, that's ramped up to max production now. That's just got loads there. Look at all that waiting. We do have some cargo items are lost because the station is overloaded. Yeah, it is. It definitely is, but you can see we are carrying now 112 ore, so that's brilliant. I'm very happy with that. It works. It's a lot more efficient. It's a lot less noisy. There's just so much clutter when you've got 40 little wagons coming back and forward. It's just better, I think, and it does look quite good, and it should mean that this ramps up and basically starts producing more stuff to send it to there. So quite happy with our progress thus far. I think what we need to do is next episode check out these passengers here. Elland, I'm very surprised we don't have more people going to and from it. It does require bricks and I don't know what that resource is. Packaged goods, cardboard, Amazon stuff. Other couriers are available. That is goods. It requires goods. So goods are produced from steel and plastic. Plastic is produced from oil, and oil is produced from crude oil. Or is that oil? Don't know actually if that is classed as oil. Trying to find the button to show me all of these resources. Oil well. Chemical plant, so it's chemicals. So in order to produce goods, we'd need to take that oil and bring it over to... I'm struggling here. I'm struggling. I'm not seeing it. There's one oil there. There. Is that the only oil refinery? It can't be the only oil refinery. Well, it actually can be the only oil refinery. Find the right thing eventually. Oil refinery. It is. No, Congleton chemical plant. No, that's fine. Settle oil refinery. I think that's a fuel refinery. Settle oil refinery. I think it is. But to be honest then, if we're bringing, say, that oil over here, we might as well bring it down to the fuel refinery and bring the fuel into Settle. And then I was going to connect up Settle with Earl Shilton with a big rail line anyway. Okay. I think that's what we'll do. I think we're going to not bother with this. Bricks is another matter. We do have the... it says construction materials, but the bricks and and you've got the quarry there, so we can bring the resources from the quarry along here to there, and then over to here on a boat, straight across, job done. We can do that. We can do that. There's loads of stuff we can do. There's still lots we can do, and I'm quite happy about that. We're leaving it there for this episode. Very happy with our progress. If there's any changes and tweaks, obviously we'll make those when we can. Looks like we are really kicking out these steel planks, so much so that it's almost maxed out. So that is, I'm very, very happy with that. Loads more machines and that sort of thing, so brilliant. It seems to be just, actually, of all things, it is the lumber that's a problem, so we might have to alter that as well. But we'll see how we get on next episode. As always, if you have enjoyed the video and the series thus far, comments in the comments. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.